evening and welcome.
Good evening, members. My name is Roxxanne. I'm a person in long-term recovery. So what that means for me is that I have not used drugs or alcohol since May 4th of 2012. You've heard a lot of great testimony. You've heard a lot of great testimony from distinguished members from the police department, from the Attorney General, from doctors, from Buddha, from all these wonderful people, and it's great. Not one of them is a convicted felon until now. This isn't something I'm passionate about. This isn't people I work with. This isn't something I study. This is my life. And I live with it every day.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but can you just press the button to make sure your microphone's on? There you go.
Yeah.
The button has to be up.
Okay, thank you. I would like to give you a few snapshots of my life, so maybe you can come in and understand what it really feels like. From the years of 2003 to 2012, I had a severe opioid and cocaine problem. I can tell you that I never once planned on surviving, and I think I'd ever care about my felony convictions. I thought I would die. I spent many years on the streets of Providence and a few years in and out of the Adult Correctional Institute. Never once did I think that I would go in front of anyone and have to explain my felonies, because I thought I'd eventually end up in a box. On May 4th of 2012, I woke up, and I don't know why, but something was different, and I just didn't want to use anymore, and I wanted my life to change. And thus began a long process of recovery. A lot of pieces needed to be picked up, and I needed to accept responsibility for my actions, of which I did. I was told that the dreams that I once had before I had picked up drugs could be brought to fruition. So I started that process of rebuilding my dreams. And one of those dreams was to go back to school, to provide a better life for myself, to get a job, to become a productive member of society. And I began that process of January in 2015. Now I'll give you another snapshot. November 30th of 2018, I sat in front of a computer. It is my senior year in college. I'm a double major in psychology and chemical dependency, and I maintain a 4.0. I'm a research assistant in both the child development lab, and I conduct my own personal research on procedural justice. I am a president of a student organization, and I'm also a board secretary of a community of RICARES, which is a community organization that works to work around social justice around recovery. I'm also a mother of a beautiful and vibrant 2.5-year-old who talks back to me on a daily basis. So my life is beautiful. It's amazing. And so I sat in front of a computer filling out a grad school application for a PhD program. Because at one point, I was a heroin addict on the streets of Providence. But now I have so many dreams and so many things in front of me. And so I upload my personal statement 8 revisions later. I get my GRE scores, took me a year to study. I get my letters of recommendations from my professors. I'm excited. My CV, all of it. And then I get to the last page. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? I'm allowed to explain myself in 500 letters. Not words, letters. And I can tell you at that moment, it was a hard one. It was a very difficult moment. Because now I can't tell you that I didn't get into that PhD program because I'm not ready for it. I don't know why I didn't get in, because I have this mark on me. You tell me I can recover. Really? Are you sure about that? Because I have a glass ceiling on top of me. I can look up and I can see the stars, but I can't reach them. There's something preventing it. The state of Rhode Island wanted me to move on with my life. Stop committing felonies. Stop getting in trouble. Pay your taxes. And guess what? I did that. It's no longer me. that looks back on that drug problem. It is the state of Rhode Island that will not forget it. I'm trying to move on. Me and hundreds and thousands of more like me. It's the state that has refused to let it go. So I urge you to please consider this piece of legislation. We cannot arrest our way out of this. It's not possible. There are other ways that we can put the money towards something more productive, more beneficial. And education is one of those ways. I believe in second chances. People deserve second chances. People deserve third chances and fourth chances and fifth chances. So I urge you please support this legislation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your testimony, and thank you for sharing your story with us. Are there any other questions or comments for this witness? Thank you. The next group of witnesses we have are